So my brother, Melabia over Fika, Bia Mefika Macho. Yama brother, Macho, Judge. With a human, Yama Bia Havika, Gagacho, Fika. No, that so, are we okay? So literally, this is supposed to help us more. So literally, whilst we are talking, he asked me where am I coming from. He want to know where I'm coming from, and I said I'm from Joje. I'm a proud son of Joje. Yes, I know. I normally don't say this, but I have to say it. And I have
Doje.
to, yeah.
What's the meaning of Doje?
Joe. Joe means fly, and then land. So Joe Vaje, meaning you fly
So
and
wait,
land.
what you're literally saying is that your ancestors flew and landed in that place.
Yeah. When they were coming, there were river on the way. So they couldn't drive through, they couldn't pass through, they couldn't canoe through. So some of the ancestors were able to help them with our ancestors' energy. So they flew from where they were to our hometown. That's how we call it Doje. Yeah.
Carry him like this, or if you carry him,
So yeah.
So okay, they could pick up other people and fly with
Even
them.
100 people on their backs. And then before you realize, they touch a tree, and then they move to
Wow.
the next
or
level.
you land down on the floor.
Oh, my bro, you know.
Oh, he knows the story.
Yeah, you know the story. You know the story. Either on the tree, on the wall, or
you lie down.
Or you lie down. You can fly with as many as 100 people on your back.
So these are not stories. These are real
These
stuff.
are restaurants. These are restaurants. And I was told by one of my grandfather that some of my grandfather, when they were flying or going on a journey to Ghana, they were hungry. So one of my grandfather had one grain of maize. He planted that grain a day, and that grains grow a day. They chew it a day. They prepare some as powder, as a pele, a day to feed all the people. So this kind of energy that you're talking about, our forefathers have been doing it a long time. Some even stretch themselves across the street, across the river, for people to walk on their back to the next.
These are not
bank.
stories.
These are not stories. These are real. Any Anguna people, any people that come from water region knows about this thing. These are not just stories. These are real stuff.
Anyway, while we here right now, sitting here with our brother.
Ever, yeah, Nani Katuru Tuta, Eleka over story, I joke.
Make our tree. Better that be make us still a cemetery. No, and make about better me my career. So he says he want to speak to you, so I'm taking over Doc, but Doc will come in with questions, and we asked him some couple of questions. So what's say? Metisa na woka say we are Bosumba, the son of a god, the son of a god, right? So you are God's son. See, Obi can come Bible no say God's son. You can't literally go for bit to say we are Yameba. So what I'm saying is that he's literally a son of a god. So when you read the Bible and it says that God's son, God's son, God's son, it's nothing strange. It's just the children of the gods, the children that came out of the gods. So we better ask him how this is possible, how he became a son of a god.
Me mama na onya me mama ye di na me papa na ko ye ni
Dipono, we should go into it. Dipono, what is Dipo? Then
Dipo na se kire se omu se bibi wo a omu fe no bragro
It's a purification.
Yeah, let me come in.
When a child moves from one state to the other.
Yeah, literally, that Ebook is a ceremony that they perform for most of the African ladies when, before they will get into adolescent stage, for them not to be promiscuous or to do anything bad. They normally perform a sacrifice or ritual for them. That makes them a marriageable woman, not say material, marriageable queen, or yeah, for a potential man to marry. So that was one of the reasons. That was what her mother passed through. So after passing through that ceremony, her mother was not having a baby.
Papa. Oh, yeah, no one day, but now see almost 14 years.
Wow.
Papa, 25.
Papa will back 25.
Those Papa, by your Baba, by me, Mammy, oh, yeah, no one day or brain or 6. In my 4. Then Mamma, yes,
So, he says that dad has 25 kids. The dad has 25 kids. And these 25 kids, when the dad married the mother, for 14 years they couldn't conceive. So it came to a conclusion that they had to seek spiritual guidance and directions for answers to be known as in what to do in order to help the mom conceive. So we take it from there.
Eban is Nami Mammy not take it. Said the young people in now, no, dear. I didn't see Eban is on one Papa. Nami Papa, so no, or no, so or I didn't see.
Oh, Papa.
You, or something, Nakuludi were in fee.
Oh!
Nakuludi were in fee. And tea, or she,
Mammy, I've been out connected.
Oshi moi ye bibia frame am ne bisa no ka chance David meba said you are irritated no make sure kwan to kwan na kopeba.
So the dad was actually a herbalist, and the dad did all he could to inquire asking why they're not conceiving. So the dad had the amazing goddess, or you put say goddess, I still call everybody God, but you say goddess. Nana Abina Akunodi. I'm learning the name. Who is the chief god of the Latte people. So if you go to Latte, you see her shrine, which their festival is actually about to happen. I don't know when you watch your video. And I'm supposed to go there to their festival.
We are supposed to go there.
We are supposed to go. We are supposed to go there for their festival. So the father consulted Akunodi to find out exactly what is happening, why the wife is not conceiving. So the queen came up and told the father to have to go somewhere and inquire on what to do in order to be able to conceive. But a ornament has a na I couldn't so to me mamba. Having to culture papa say, oh my
maba. By now, Yamra Kakra, Ewo Quam, Emma Mamino, and eating no money too, or money catchings on 2 points.
So I just asked the question that wait a minute. I know the powerful queen, and I know she gives children. Elder. So I inquired that why didn't Mami Abna Akunodi Mami Abna Akunodi. I was asking that why she didn't give them a child. And he's telling me there were issues and complications with the mother. So it was necessary that the mother travel in order, because if she didn't travel to sort out these hindrances, there was no way the mother was going to be able to conceive. This is the only reason why Mami Abna asked the mother to travel and go and seek for a child. And it tells you.
Nti na mami no epepe ni nti mami na ma ho kwan and I fear for so among quantity or see ya, or would your time ever money, so no, as I say, no for one or la lugu on we are frafrafo. And he almost almost people so my home coin and anything normal need 2 coin.
Okay, so Mami Abner said that she wouldn't do it because if she did it, then there will be a lot of jealousy around her, i.e., because she's a Northerner and she's not from Latin. So she's not an indigenous of where they found themselves. That is why it was necessary that the mother traveled to seek, because the people of the town would say that Mami Abner is the one that has made it possible for her to conceive, and there will be a bit of grievances within the people. That is why she was advised to travel and seek for a child.
And the Emma only me papa. A 2 coin. I call Sokode. Sokode.
I know a hoy.
Sokode. Usani latte.
Debbie.
Sokode voter before
Sokode.
Sokode.
Before who? Before who?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I ain't crop of food in better than I am to buy. And think I phone a cow or no more than I be half. Any crop of half. Who corner a bottle of a crock for Sankasa on Becca Crobocasa.
Wow.
Wait. About 12 o'clock, the end time.
Who called you more massive for? I come on massive for. Do
12 area nana do.
Area.
Omoka kata
12 Becca Igbe, Efitianopa, copy 12.
No much in Casa.
I change Crobocasa and say Omuya Crobofo.
So he's saying that the mother had to travel to a village getting near Togo called Sokode. Sokode, that's the name of the village. And it's because that is where the Krobos originated from. So if you go there today, you realize that there are some Krobos that are left there mixed with, some have 10 Aibe, but they were originally Krobos. And what happens is that in the village, the minute it gets to 12 noon, they all automatically change their language to start speaking the Krobo from whatever language they were speaking before. I'm trying to understand how they are able to articulate that, because how is everybody able to come into that time and say it's 12, let's all speak this language? Into their mystery in a way. I didn't know
the only say, Omutem Titi, I'll be better Shahis. Shahis. Into your own better Shahis, no Omuja be by, and Omuja and Kaifon, Adibechina mini way call, Adibechi when you will call, Adibechi when you will call. And think Kaifuna cow or Honomuno. As I say, Omo Honomuno, my cock of Casana, a warrior moonty. No more worry, I before no, Eddie from Omo worry, I before no, Mudisha Casano. And Tiomo Cafetianopa, a couple when you repair was every upper, I was say almost Sisa Casano.
So they're saying that those that were left behind were a bit grieved, and I mean, of course, when you are traveling with a group and some get left behind, you definitely feel a bit not done well. So what happened was that some of those that were left behind started marrying the Evers in order to populate themselves. Since that happened, they automatically had to learn to speak the Ever language. So what happens is that they'll speak the Ever language and any other language all the way to 12 noon. Once it hits 12 noon, the language switches up. Now let's go back to Mami.
Mima media love now.
Inti omuko
hu and let us say was it one family of me to coin. Now one cost about money. Until what the no call
for my to come.
Call your flowers Sokode. Now one cost about money. Until maybe was somewhere telling on also sacronum or hoa no sufi. And on him, mammy, and papa took my coin. Now, of course, I'm a bushman. I didn't mammy.
So you say the mother had to travel and the mother went? The mother went to the place and to seek, but there was a seamstress at Suhum who is also from the same place. And the seamstress took the mother there to inquire of the child. So this is how come he was bit. Inti ya wo na wo ya bosomba no. Wo di ahian say wo hu say wo ya bosomba.
Almost 20 something. And son me papa. Any me mommy friend me tenancy. But me dance wa. Me hu say me hu nkrofo bi so mo ba me nchen any me be kasa say adabi wo ye wo fiyam me bi so mo say me fi mu se den so a omuntimi mpai mu nkyire me say ni say me do baby no omu bue mani edu baby unam seti ameka je say o koy asem we ebesi miti wa say me wo fia omutimi frame say obi this car beja say omu famo me bi say ni pass ma si ben this car ne buy and so omu.
So I'm asking him, how did he know that he's a son of a god? And he said his dad and the mom sat him down at 26 and told him that he's a son of a god. But what was happening also is that he was seeing. He could dream, he could see things. If he tells you, don't go here, don't go here, don't go here, and you disobey, you'll go and the exact thing he's telling you would happen. He started seeing dreams and visions of these energies. And also, before you realize, somebody will show up and bring money to him, but nobody will know exactly where the money is coming from. You see, omo kachira wono, dia na omo kachira say so we ye masa atu.
To me no dear papa na ntimi ansini pianka nkyere me say me ye say ni say ba omo ankasa yi kyere me
obo yi kyere
omo yi kyere me
aboso me yi kyere dia na omo yi kyere
omo yi kyere me say Friday Tuesday any me ame krada so e ma me dia bro bia.
So I'm asking him that, was anybody telling him exactly what to do after he discovered who he was? And he said that dad didn't really say much, but they started revealing to him that on Tuesdays, on Fridays, and on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. He was born on Thursday. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday, he's not supposed to eat anything made of corn. Remember I was teaching you guys this thing that once you begin to understand who your cry is, you will know what your cry should eat, what your cry shouldn't eat, where your cry should go, who your cry should even marry. Any day being on each other.
Eno actually the mama nankasa eba me ho. Any meaning na bema. Your friend no abebiu. Kuju abebiu. Ono no me papa.
Mama no anyway.
Mama no eya kono di abna no. Se me ni na na ehwe so. E wo village ho ni yankuru mu nyina. Enti akire no wo mienu no eba me ho. Ka kire me se. E wo se me tu me ho anamu. Yes, my warrior sempa die.
So I said, what? I asked him what else happened. He said, the queen, Mami Abena Akunodu,
and my grandfather,
and his grandfather, Kojo Abebio, who was the one that gave birth to the father, of course, came to him and told him that if he doesn't take a step, take a decision, he doesn't inquire about himself, he will never survive his marriage. I didn't know one can to me, I'm boy.
One dear, Omuboa, but I do baby. I was also to one among a frail cry, a bisana dear ope. Yanina, you are Bia Nicra one muno, a war adia ope, any adia ompe.
He's saying that it is very necessary that each and every single one of us have a contact with our cry. You are able to call your cry and have conversations with your cry to find out what your cry likes, what your cry don't like. This is something that you have to do. Inti, our baby, 40 years old, coco, bisa will cry, and now, wow, what you want now, bet you have to know with them, ebisa will cry now,
I guess a walk of friend.
I used to walk of it.
Son, it's a walk another way with this Libya now say asɔfofo hɔ ɛkɔfrɛ wo kra.
There be a holiday. I suffer be anti me frekra.
So I was asking him that, is a cry, are you able to call your cry by yourself in your room? Are you able to call your cry in and have this conversation with your cry to know what your cry likes and don't like? And he says, no, you cannot do that, but you have to go and inquire. You have to go and seek. You have to go and search. And then
From Amaganshi,
you would be told
those
what your
who
cry
call
is.
Nekrumashi.
Now, listen, I've taught you guys on this. This is what he knows. This is what he is saying. This is what he has come to understand, right? But this is not what I am saying. So I'm totally saying that according to him, you have to go and ask about your cry. You have to go and seek about your cry to be able to know what your cry wants and what your cry do not want. So like I've told you guys, when it comes to the cry, there are a lot of things all of us need to know. How do you own a phone, or how do you have a phone and not have access to the very phone you have? But according to what he knows, you have to go and seek. You have to go and search. So that is not what I'm saying. Until we work out, we be sad. Ya cut the essay.
Makɔ bebree malasho ɛfo bɛyɛ adwuma bi wɔ yɛn village hɔ ɛwɔ yɛn sport no ano obi bɛsi adeɛ wɔ hɔ na ebra baako ɛma direction ma ɔmo bɛfa ne bae ɛna ɔbɛyi nti mi kɔ kurom me bae a me bɛdware me du hɔ pɛ na ɔsɛ abranteɛ adɛnti na wo nware adɛnti na wo ne yere na me sɛ and yes, I mean, worry be my worry be by corner muko. I said, Yabi, on Tiasi. One country be on us in Membra, and to me by a bed beside Bibia who and I say, or Chiremi Yama, be brave, or say me toba. No mudisi, San Crofuna or di Machino, or Mudisi or Muquine, said the bear, me worry our band veterans.
Into 1 year, son of many. So I'm asking him that where has it gone? What has it do? Has it gone to call his crash? And he said yes, he's gone to call his crash several times. But finally, he met Huno doing some work around the sports, and when I saw him and said that, you know what, you should be married. Why are you not married by now? And he said, oh, it's not like I'm not married, but they go. And Huno said, no, it has to be questioned. So Huno invited him over to teach him what to do and what not to do to appease those energies around him. Now, they are made by the main community, as I said. So, we are bosom back. I didn't see a person who should win 10 minutes, 2 minutes, with him.
And yes, I meet it on Muntem. But I did almost penal. I was said, Minya Sadiano. Nadia or no, or war almost 2 minutes, or the command on one. No, my Jaquino.
I did not see you.
I was a me.
So basically, he has to do the things that he has to do to ensure that the doors open. Once you are a child of a God, you cannot break the covenant between you and your God. You cannot disconnect yourself. It will not work. Stop wasting your time. Stop going to the churches. Stop letting them lie to you. Stop letting them tell to you, oh, come, I will break the curse. I will do this. Once you are a son of a God, you can never break any curse. That covenant cannot be broken. You came out of that energy.
You can only appease them.
Exactly. You appease, you compromise, you do what you must do. But forget it if you think you're going to break any curse. All these things you see on TV, people in prayer saying, I break the curse, I break it.
It's a lie.
Nothing is broken.
It's a lie.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing is broken. You need to inquire. You need to see people like Toby for him to show you what to do. You need to come to people like for them to show you, for you to understand how the spiritual works. Without having this understanding, you would go in circles. Life will not become anything you want it to become. Do you know something? You see, I didn't know what you change.
Oh, me change. Nyamanu na no mbwae. Na anso a se menina be ma not ti aban. E di kan ni nyamanu o ye wo fi ho no. E akonu di abran no. E no wuwu ye no nti me papa. E no no so be si na nan. Ba se di me. Ewa be mammy, almost a band, the share almost a momo bar, no more be yachering.
Oh, I am.
Oh, damn, ah, by way, who can't win anyway, boomer. Yeah, this is. Who can't win anyway, boomer. Yeah, this is.
Ancestral gift.
So I'm asking him that, is he not supposed to do anything about these things? Why is he not getting all of these things? And he's saying it's not like he doesn't want to do it, but it's just he hasn't gotten all that he needs to finish the rituals that he needs to do. That his grandfather was a herbalist. When he died, he passed on the gift to the father. And when the father died, even now he will be sleeping and two women will show up in a dream and show him some herbs, that this herbs used it for this herbs used it for that. And that is what has been happening to him till now. I'm thinking he is literally being called into the office of the grandfather. It is up to him to obey. It is up to him to accept it. It is up to him to be in unity with it. Once you are born by a God, in fact, your access to this world should be easy in the sense that whatever God you are connected to knows all things in the dimension.
Unless you don't know yourself.
You understand? It's very significant. So I just wanted him to share his story and for us to know that if you are a child of God, it's not a strange thing. It's not something new. It's not something our fathers. No, we are all children. Yamemba. Me yameba. Yame nia mi nia me no neba. You understand? So it is up to you to actually go and search and find out where you came from, who gave birth to you, how did you get here, which door, which gate, which power, which energy, which God did you come through into this dimension? Why are you here? What are you doing in this dimension? These are questions that you got to ask yourself to ensure that people like my brother is constantly becoming who they came into this dimension to become.
That's a gift.
So he's gotten a lot of things, a lot of gifts, and there are a lot of things that when you come to him personally, he can do it simply because he's following the lineage of his fathers. What I want to say is that keep connecting to who you are. Never disconnect yourself from who you are. This is Yao's story, and he's telling the story of where his fathers came from. It's time you tell your story, you own up to it, and you love it.